Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Tuesday morning to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We have finally made the Eastern Conference semifinals for our 07-08 Boston Celtics Road to the NBA Finals series. And we had edged out the 15-16 Cleveland Cavaliers 4-1 in the Eastern Conference first round playoffs. We had won 4 games. Cleveland only won 1. And we are here playing against the 0001 Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference semifinals. And if we win 4 games, I think Philadelphia might win probably 1, 2, maybe 3 games at the bare minimum. We'll probably play against the 97-98 Chicago Bulls or the 99-00 Toronto Raptors. So without any further ado, we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, so the Philadelphia 76ers are going to be wearing their classic black away uniforms from 97 through 2007, the Allen Iverson era uniforms. And for the Boston Celtics, they're just going to wear their standard white home 05 through 14 uniforms at home in the TD Garden. So without any further ado, we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, it is tip-off time here at TD Garden in Boston. So now Eric Snow is out on the court for the Sixers. So Philadelphia going to pass it over to George Lynch. And then Allen Iverson, the answer number 3, makes the layup in the paint. And it is now going to be 2-0 Philadelphia. So now Kevin Garnett getting this one in for 2 to even the score 2-2 here in Boston. So now Eric Snow with the possession of the basketball. Where is he going to take this direction to? He's going to take it to Mutombo and gets it in there for 2 points. So now Kendrick Perkins is going to pass it over to Ray Allen, and Ray Allen is going to knock down a 3 for Boston. He actually gets it in from behind the arc, so it's now 5-4. And George Lynch is going to pass it over to Eric Snow once at it again. So now Eric Snow is going to pass it over to Allen Iverson. Iverson with that amazing 3. It is Philadelphia leading by 2 now. And Kevin Garnett dunking from the other side of the court. It is evenly tied up 7-7 at the moment. So now Eric Snow losing the basketball, but then picking it up. George Lynch picking up, going to pass it over to Iverson, missing that 3. Kevin Garnett picking up that rebound. So now it is Paul Pierce going to make a 3. Kevin Garnett will pick up the assist, and it is now 10-7 here in Boston. So now George Lynch has possession, going to pass over to Iverson, going to make that 3 happen, and it is evenly tied up. So this is a rivalry, come to think of it. So now Paul Pierce is going to go up, getting it in for 2, and it's now 12-10. Alright, so we did end up taking a short break there. I just wanted to take a break from my right hand holding the camera there. So Paul Pierce made a 3, and it is now 15-10. Eric Snow, he is going to go behind the arc, or maybe he might drill a 3. You may never know. This is NBA postseason. And Kendrick Perkins going to pick up this steal. Garnett going to pass over to Rondo. But there is a foul on Eric Snow. It is a shooting foul. So this means Rajon Rondo is going to go to the free-throw line. And Philadelphia is going to do some major substitutions there. So Rondo misses that. And now Speedy Claxton gets blocked there. Glenn Davis going to pass over to Rondo, and Davis will pick up the assist. So it's now 19-10. 80% for Philadelphia in field goals. Boston's at least 100. Philadelphia was 4 for 5. So now I think it was Speedy Claxton that claimed that made a decent layup there. Leon Poe, and then some Tony Allen going to go into the paint and gets this one in for 2. So it's now 21-12. So Philadelphia is down by 9. So Speedy Claxton, I'm not sure what his actual first name is, but Speedy Claxton's going to pass it over to Rodney Buford, and it's now 21-14. So we're going to pass it over to Tony Allen. Hopefully I can get a crossover in there, and Aaron McKee, the Philadelphia native, makes the foul there on Tony Allen, and Allen is going to get 1 additional point. So Philadelphia is down by 10. 21 seconds to go, and we're just going to simply pass the ball around till the end of the quarter. So 24-14, Boston up by 10. So Celtics are going to take the early lead by 10 to end the first quarter, and this ends the first quarter here at the TD Garden. Boston leads it 24-14. All right, so now Ray Allen is going to pass it over to Rajon Rondo. So now Rondo's going to go into the paint there, gets it in there for 2 with the nice drive. So it's now 26-14. Aaron McKee with possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it over to Jermaine Jones and makes that dunk. It's now 26-16. So we got Ray Allen out on the court for the Celtics, and Allen is going to knock down a 3. It's now going to be 29-16. This will be his second 3-pointer of the game here in Boston. So now Aaron McKee with possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it over to Utah Moore, and he's going to pass over to Jermaine Jones. He misses that 3. Tony Allen picks up that rebound. So now it is Rajon Rondo getting this one in for 2. It's now 31-16. The Sixers, however, are going to take a timeout. So this means we are going to take a short break. All right, so now Boston is on the court. So Paul Pierce going to make a dunk happen in the paint. It is now 38-21. So the Celtics are up by 17 points now. So Eric Snow. Sixers have been catching up a little bit. Jermaine Jones is attempting a 3, but Mutombo picks up that offensive rebound for the Sixers. So now we're going to pass over to big ticket Kevin Garnett, but that dunk is unsuccessful as Jermaine Jones makes that offensive rebound and the block. So now Jermaine Jones gets it in there for 2. And now Garnett going to pass over to Kendrick Perkins, and then some Paul Pierce gets it in there. It's now 40-25 at this point of the game. So now Eric Snow has possession of the basketball. So now Eric Snow, he gets this one in for 2. And it's now 40-27. Ray Allen going to make a 3. Gets it in there. And it's now 43-27. So 9 points for Ray Allen. All of his points, by the way, were used by 3-pointers. So now Allen Iverson attempts that 3. Doesn't get it in, but we're going to pass over to Kevin Garnett. So now Garnett gets this one in for 2. It's now 45-27. 33.6 seconds to go as Philadelphia is down by 18 points. And he gets the layup in there. So Iverson has been the leading scorer, and Kevin Garnett makes that dunk. And there are 23 seconds to go in the first half. So there's no shot clock after this first half. So Allen Iverson making the dunk there. So looks like Paul Pierce is going to pass over to Ray Allen. And then will Paul Pierce actually knock that 3 down? Yes, he will. It's now 50-31. So Allen Iverson, what's he going to do? He's been shooting all around in this whole game. He might even dunk this one out. So there are 4.2 seconds, and I don't think we're going to score any more to end the first half. But Boston leads it by 17, 50-33 at this point of the game. So Philadelphia, they've scored 14 points in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter, so they haven't really scored too much points within both quarters of the first half. So we'll see you guys in the second half. All right. Beginning of the second half, we're going to pass over to Ray Allen and then Kevin Garnett with the layup to start off the second half. It is now 52-33. Eric Snow, the Canton, Ohio native, with possession of the basketball. He's going to pass over to Allen Iverson. The Georgetown product is going to knock a three down, and it appears that there is a loose ball foul on Tyrone Hill for Philadelphia. So now Kevin Garnett going to pass it over, use some Ray Allen. I'm actually going to use some Brian Scalabrine. So Scalabrine gets it in there for two, and it's now going to be 54-36. So now Allen Iverson with the possession of the basketball, losing it. Tyrone Hill picking it over to Mutombo, and then Allen Iverson going to go up into the paint, makes the dunk there. It is now 54-38. So now we're going to pass it around Ray Allen and then Garnett, getting it in there. So it's now 56-38. KG with 12 points. He has done quite a bit of dunks here in today's episode. So now, speaking of dunks, Allen Iverson makes one in. So now Paul Pierce is going to pass over to Rondo, and then Pierce, he's going to try to go into the paint if he gets it in, and he will. So it's now 58-40. 22 points for Paul Pierce, and Allen Iverson with 24 points. So AI has really, this is the odd thing about it, Allen Iverson has scored more points than Paul Pierce, even though the Sixers are losing. Celtics are doing pretty well here. Both teams are doing pretty good. We're actually going to take a break. All right, it is now 58-49. So now Ray Allen is now on the court for Boston, going to attempt a three. So all of his points were really considered in three-pointers. So now Speedy Claxton has possession. He's going to pass over to Aaron McKee, and then Aaron McKee's going to pass over to Allen Iverson. So now Iverson gets this one in there for two, and it's now 61-51. So now Sam Cassell is going to pass it over to Paul Pierce. So now Paul Pierce gets this one in for two. It's now 63-51. 24 points for Paul Pierce today, 4 of which were from mid-range. Allen Iverson losing that basketball. Then Allen going to pass over to Pierce. So Ray Allen will pick up the assist, and it's now 46.7 seconds to go. So now Speedy Claxton, where's he going to take this basketball direction to? He's going to pass over to Allen Iverson. So now Iverson gets this one in there for two. So it's now 65-53. And we're going to pass over to Garnett. And there is a foul. Mutombo with a shooting foul. Garnett gets an extra opportunity to go to the free-throw line. And now Garnett, will he actually get this one in? Yes, he will. It's now 68-53. And the third quarter is about to be over sometime soon. So now Allen Iverson gonna go up there, and there is a foul on Tony Allen. So now Iverson is gonna go to the free-throw line, and he actually gets this first one in there. Will he actually get that second one in there? Yes, he will. And now Garnett going to pass over to Paul Pierce. So now Paul Pierce getting this one in there for two. So there's 24.7 seconds left on the shot clock. If Philadelphia scores or if they miss it, then there will be no more. There will not be any shot clock for the third quarter. So now Paul Pierce going to get this one in. He gets it in there, but Moore has a foul. So now Paul Pierce is going to go to the free-throw line, gets it in. So it's now 73-57. And the third quarter is about to be over. So now Will Iverson actually hit a three? No, he won't, but Mutombo will, and they don't get it in there, so it's 73-57. Alright, so now State Farm assist of the game. Kevin Garnett going to pass over to Rajon Rondo, so KG got the assist there that time, and that is your assist of the game for the Boston Celtics. So now Speedy Claxton has possession of the basketball. Where is he going to take this direction to? And he gets it in there, and it's now 73-59. So 79% for the Sixers and 97% in field goals. So there is a foul on Mutombo, and that is a shooting foul. So this is Kevin Garnett going to go to the free throw line, getting this one in there for two. So it's now 76-59. Mutombo going to pass over to Utwan Moore. And there is an out of bounds call. So the Celtics now maintain possession of it. So 76-59. Going to use some Ray Allen hitting that three for the Celtics. So it's now going to be 79-59. And Claxton has possession of the basketball. So now Claxton going to pass it over to Utwan Moore. And there is a foul on Ray Allen. It's a reach-in foul. And now Philadelphia has possession of it. So Mutombo is going to pass over to George Hill, and then Mutombo gets it in there, and it's now 79-61. So we're going to use James Posey and then some Kendrick Perkins, Ray Allen. But I'm going to use Rajon Rondo getting this one in there. He gets blocked evidently. So now Moore has possession. Going to pass over to Eric Snow. And this actually misses it. So we're going to pass over to Tony Allen and then Rajon Rondo getting this one in for two. And we're actually going to take a break. So we outbench. So the 0-1 Sixers are outbenching the Celtics by 8. So I just wanted to show you that. Alright, Paul Pierce is your player of the game for the Boston Celtics, and I will go over the numbers after the game, but I'm just going to show you some highlights of his plays throughout today's episode to get a glimpse at why he was claimed to have been MVP. So now Paul Pierce making a spin move in the paint, gets it in there. It is now 87-71. So Philadelphia has caught up along the lines. Allen Iverson has scored almost 10 times more than his teammates did today. And he's scored more points than Paul Pierce, oddly, because he's made quite a bit of threes as well. I mean, he's gotten steals and made rebounds out of terrific plays. So Allen Iverson, he is the answer. And he gets this one in. Actually misses that. So we're going to use some Ray Allen here. Going to attempt a three. It will be 92-73. So we're going to actually take the W here at TD Garden for episode 1. So Rondo losing the basketball off of Eric Snow, and then Ray Allen going to make that dunk happen. It is now 94-73. So now Eric Snow with possession of the basketball. Where is he going to take this direction at? He's going to pass over to Allen Iverson. So now Iverson, I think he's probably going to get a few more points before this episode evidently ends. So now we got Rondo going to attempt a three. Actually gets this one in. It's now 97-75. So we are going to take the W at TD Garden. So Iverson, there will be no shot clock after this quarter evidently. So now I'm going to pass it over to Paul Pierce, and we are going to probably get a triple digit score out of this one if we make a three happen. And we actually do. and it's going to be 100-77. That will be the final score here at TD Garden in Boston. So now Snow dribbling, and this ends it here. Boston wins game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. All right, Paul Pierce, 36 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 dunk. And he was 5 for 5 from behind the arc. Ray Allen, 20 points, 6 assists on the day, a steal, 6 for 6 from behind the arc. So Kevin Garnett had 20 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists on the day, had 2 dunks. Rajon Rondo with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals on the day. Kendrick Perkins, Tony Allen only had 5 points, 1 rebound, and 1 steal. So now Allen Iverson, 44 points, 1 assist, 6 for 9 from behind the arc. He had 5 dunks on the day for him. But it's odd to say because he had scored more points than most of Boston's teammates. But on the other hand, Boston ended up winning this game. Eric Snow, 7 points, 6 assists on the day. And there were 0 dunks by him. Dikembe Mutombo had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block on the day. Speedy Claxton only had 6 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. And that wraps it up here in Boston. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next episode.